Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Breakfast with Buck. We took the weekend off. It's Monday morning. It's Columbus Day. Hope everybody's going to enjoy their holiday. And if you had to go to work today, I'm so sorry. But as you can see, I am not going to work. So, one of the benefits of being an employee of the government. Okay, so today we're going to start our new series of the miracles of Jesus and how they apply to our contemporary life. And I'm going to paraphrase a lot so we have to save some time. Today we'll be in the book of John, chapter 2, a very well-known miracle from Jesus. Perhaps his first documented miracle is when he changed the water into wine at a wedding. So let me hit the high spots right quick. Jesus is at a wedding. Basically, weddings lasted for days back in the first century. So this is a big celebration, a lot of people there, and they literally run out of wine. Now, they don't have Walmart, so it's very difficult to get new wine. This would have been a very embarrassing, almost socially tragic um, event here for the master of the banquet or the father of the bride or and his family if they ran out of wine. It would have been a tragedy. And so knowing this, Mary, Jesus' mom, sort of kind of persuaded Jesus to, well, let's just say to make his own wine. So to make a long story short, Jesus had some servants gather up some ceremonial jars, stone jars. He turned them into wine, the water into wine, and they gave it to the master of the banquet. And that's where I want you to read with me, starting in chapter 2, verse 10. The master of the banquet, or the bridegroom said, "Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you saved the best till now." And he didn't know it was from Jesus at the time, okay? But he realized that this was not just some ordinary wine that they had found on the side of the road. This was the better of the two. He was very pleased with it. So let's talk about the 2 points that I think are very important to modern day Americans, modern day Christians all over the world, whoever, teenagers, adults. Okay, the first thing is, to you and I, wine doesn't, if you run out of wine, it doesn't end the world. It's not a big showstopper, but it's embarrassing. And we can compare that to if we had friends come over and we promised them a big Thanksgiving dinner and we ran out of turkey. Oh, jeez, what are we going to do now? It would be embarrassing. We would feel very insecure. And very much, it would give us a sense of insecurity with ourselves, with our family, and with our friends. So I want you to take this with you. Those little events that are not spiritual per se, okay, they don't change your life. They're not like a medical situation or a big situation with your job or your children's grades or health. Those little insignificant events, God does care about. Okay, does this dress look good, for this important job interview? Is my son gonna pass the school tests? Is my football team gonna win? All those little events, all those little nuances about our lives that don't really change the world, so to speak, because this miracle didn't really change the world comparatively to the death and resurrection of Lazarus or feeding the 5,000. This didn't change the spiritual structure that Jesus came to preach. But it does change our relationship with God. And God knows that. And he realizes however this world affects us affects the way we interact with him. So he does care. He may not change the outcome. Sorry, if you're I'm a Dolphins fan. And it's been a couple decades of praying and just, man, God just hadn't worked it out for me. But he'll change the way it affects me. Because that is important to God, how I relate to him. Think about it. So he does care about those little incidental parts of your life, the ones that are seemingly unrelated to the grand spiritual outcome and the great philosophical and theological doctrine. It's important to him. And second, if you reread this story a few times, you realize that the wine of Jesus, the wine that Jesus produced, was a lot stronger and more satisfying than any other wine there was. I'm at home, guys. Bear with me. Uh, and so when we leave it to ourselves for our own security, when we leave it to ourselves to manufacture our own spiritual wine, what makes us happy, what strengthens us, what gives us security, our social standings, eventually we're going to come to this point where we say to ourselves, what do I do now? I ran out. Where do I turn to now? Is it hopeless? I mean, it was working, kinda. I was getting by. And then enters Jesus. And he brings in these big jugs, these big ceremonial jugs, saying that if I cleanse you, and you accept my wine, it will never run out. It'll be the best for last. You'll be happy for eternity. You may not get over everything. There may be problems in social structures. There might be some problems at the job. The red lights may come up when you're late. Your cell phone might die when you're on an important phone call. But internally, spiritually, you'll always be satisfied. Okay, enjoy your Columbus Day. If you're watching this late at night, I hope you had a great day at work. If you're at lunch, enjoy your break. And until next time, and we will continue on our miracle series here. And I look forward to seeing you again. God bless.